Hello and welcome back to Adulting with Bria Black. I have a very special guest with me today, my friend, my soror, and an overall great person, Jaymee Miller.
Hey y'all!
Welcome to my channel, Jaymee.
Thank you, girl. I feel like I am here with a celebrity host.
Oh, stop it. What you don't know is that this is the real celebrity.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you know I'm trying to be Beyonce.
So I have Jaymee on my channel. She came to Minneapolis to visit and she ended up staying with me. And I remember I was on Jaymee's Instagram a while back and she had this video of her when she was maybe what, 10?
Girl, probably 7.
7?
6.
6? Is making it, the lower it goes, the worse it gets. She was about 6 and she was at some party just twerking her life away. She was so carefree and so cute. And when I saw her when she came to visit me this time, I just thought about that video and how just, man, time flies. And one day you look up and you're 26 years old and you are a working professional. Wow. And you're an adult and you think back like, dang, I used to be 7 twerking in a field.
Not in a field, because I really was in a field at a cookout twerking with a jean skirt on.
It was so cute.
And here I am still at 26 trying to twerk.
Twerking, but not in a jean skirt.
Not in a jean skirt.
Not in a jean skirt. But today, I thought it would be really interesting for me and Jaymee to talk about what advice would we give to our younger selves. Mm-hmm. I imagine like me talking to my 16-year-old self right now.
Right.
In high school, junior year, what were you like junior year of high school?
Oh, what was I like? I was very involved. Mm-hmm. I was like in SGA, like on the prom committee, homecoming committee. Mm-hmm. I stopped cheerleading. I was like super smart too. I was kind of like, I don't want to say the it girl, not trying to toot my own horn, but I was that, you know what I'm saying. I was cool with the kids. I was cool with the teachers. But I honestly didn't know a lot, you know, because you're young, you're in high school, you're a teenager, you haven't really seen the world, but you think you have. Because you know, at 16, we thought we were grown.
I think you know everything. Literally. Did you have a boyfriend junior year?
I had a situationship.
Didn't we all?
Girl, just thought I was in love, but I was really being played. Like I was. I didn't know any better.
You didn't know?
I did, and he was older than me too. You know, caught my eye when I was a freshman.
He was a junior.
He was on the basketball team.
That's how they be getting us.
Girl,
that's how they be getting us.
Stuck on stupid.
Oh, it's okay. Do you remember what you wanted to be? Like when you grew up at 16, what did you think you wanted to be?
Okay, so I've always been a really big Real Housewife of Atlanta fan. Okay, and a lot of my dreams and aspirations were built off of that show. And so at the time, I think Phaedra maybe was on the show, and she was an entertainment attorney. And I've just always had an interest in like media and entertainment. But people used to always tell me, you know, oh, you like to read a lot, like you're a great debater, like you should be a lawyer, you know, kind of those common stereotypes they put on you. So I was like, people are saying I should be an attorney, and Phaedra works in media entertainment. I should be a media entertainment attorney.
I think my client is obviously going to plead not guilty.
And then I also thought maybe I wanted to be a sports broadcast journalist, which
I feel like we're so similar.
Really?
I definitely wanted to be a broadcast journalist. I never wanted to be an attorney, but I did want to be a broadcast journalist. I was on the news team at our high school.
Same.
I did get kicked off though. I got kicked off the news. But I did want to do that, and I also wanted to work in PR. Okay. I did my senior project on public relations.
Wow, that's so crazy because I did the news show as well, and I used to be a cheerleader, so I was always watching football and basketball, and I like grew up being a diehard Cowboys fan, and so I knew right. Don't ask me, I'm from North Carolina. But I grew up watching a lot of sports. I was like, oh my God, I want to do this too. So like the next Pam Oliver, I think that was her name.
I don't know who that is. I have to look her up.
She was like this popular like black sportscaster.
Oh, okay.
But if that's not right, we could edit it out.
Okay. Looking back at 16-year-old Jaymee, what would you tell her personally? Like knowing what you know now, 10 years later, what would you tell her about like her self-development and like personally?
Wow, that's a good question. I would tell 16-year-old Jaymee to continue to take advantage of the present moment. I feel like as I got older and I moved into college and like had more experience in the world, that's when I really started to deal more with like worry and anxiety and getting so stressed out because I was older with more responsibilities. But when I look back at 16-year-old Jaymee, I was more carefree. I wasn't like the 7-year-old twerking in the field, but I was probably the 16-year-old still having a great time, enjoying my friends, enjoying my family, and really just taking advantage of all that high school and the world had to offer to me at that time. But I feel like the older I've gotten, I don't know, I guess like you just become more mature and you're impacted by things in a different way, and like your eyes are open to more. So I would tell myself to like be more present, you know, enjoy life, enjoy the people around you, and don't get so stressed out about things because they're always going to work out for your good. That's what I would say. What about you?
Personally, I would tell myself not to be so concerned with fitting in.
That's good.
I remember it was we said wear uniforms at my school. So we had to wear uniforms, khaki pants, and a white or blue polo every single day.
Okay.
And one day we had a free dress day.
Okay.
And when I tell you, every girl in the school came to school with the same outfit on.
Oh my God.
Or a variation. It was when plaid shirts were in. So everybody had on a plaid shirt, some skinny jeans, and some boots.
Wow.
Literally, I'm not kidding, Jaymee. The whole school had on a different plaid shirt, jeans, and boots. It was outrageous.
Was it from Aeropostale?
Aeropostale, American Eagle. Some people had Hauser. They was a little bougie, but every girl had on the same exact shirt. And honestly, I was happy because I was like, okay, great. I picked a good outfit. Like, I don't stand out. Like, nobody's going to say that my outfit is ugly. Like, I just felt like I was so happy because I knew that I wasn't going to be talked about. But in retrospect, that's so silly because we all had on the same outfit. And I just wish that I would have been more excited to be an individual and do things that were different and like not be so basic and like concerned about what everybody else was gonna say about me, because when you follow the trends, you just fall to the background. You're not memorable. You don't stand out. There's nothing special about you. But to me at that age, I thought that was cool, but in retrospect, it's really not.
It's not. But the thing is, even in 2021, most of the people on social media are following trends. True. Very true. We all, hell, I am a victim of this. Like, we all just fall behind what is popular and what's trendy at the time. I sometimes feel like I don't even think people have their own opinions about a lot of things. Like, they see what's on Twitter, they see what's on Instagram, but they take that opinion and they run with it. And it's like, did you even like think about this yourself? Right. But to your point, it's better to be radical.
Ooh,
you know, to stand out.
Stand out. What about relationship advice? The juicy stuff. Your situation. What would you tell JB in this situationship? What would you tell her?
You are 16 and leave this little boy alone because you don't know what he wants. And you out here stressing yourself in your room listening to love songs over a boy who don't care about you. So anyways, I would say you're young. Stop giving all your time and attention to people who do not value you. Because that's at the core. If somebody doesn't respect you, if they don't value you, there's no point in putting your time into it. And I feel like I was just so caught up with like this older guy and like allowing him to be like manipulating me. Like, I could tell in his actions that he wasn't about what he was saying, but I would fall for the words. I would ignore the actions and listen to the words. But you gotta trust those actions.
Right. Right. So, and I will also tell myself on that same vein, because I feel like, honestly, all my friends my freshman year of high school found some senior guy to like. All of them.
They love us.
And it's like, if you're a senior talking to a freshman,
something ain't right.
Something not right.
Like, you're going off to college. Why are you trying to talk to a 13-year-old?
Literally, you're literally 18 about to go to college, and you're talking to a 13-year-old. If you...
And I'm gonna say right now, I'm more successful than all of them dusty boys I was talking to back then. And that's just period. Period. Like, I cannot emphasize this enough. Boys in high school have the worst intentions. I don't want to overgeneralize, but I feel like it's safe to generalize that in high school specifically, that guys are just... We haven't even had enough life experience. Like, they're not emotionally mature.
Not at all.
they have no idea what they're doing. And also, they're trying to fit in.
Literally.
They want to have that bad boy, like, I'm talking to this girl and that girl fitting in with their little friends.
Right.
And it's like, what point does this serve?
One last piece of advice for your 16-year-old self. What would you tell her about like her career? Because right now you are a what is your job title?
I work in marketing communications.
Marketing communications at a Fortune 500 company, babe.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't.
So okay. So telling your 16-year-old self that wanted to be a sportscaster or a media lawyer, talent lawyer, entertainment lawyer. What would you tell her?
Oh, I would tell my 16-year-old self, like, explore more. Because I didn't know a lot about what was out there in terms of career. I feel like it's common to think you should be a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, kind of an engineer.
Yeah.
Like those high-paying kind of American jobs.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if this would be advice to my 16-year-old self or advice I'm going to give my future self as I think about having kids.
Yeah.
I want them to have more access to like going to different summer camps and learning about the arts, learning about STEM, learning about law and media so that when they go into college, they're more informed about what they might want to do. Because at 18, going to a university and having to pick a major, I was like, I don't know.
Literally.
I'm only 18 years old. Literally. You're asking me to pick a major that at the time you're thinking this is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life.
Literally.
So I would tell my 16-year-old self to explore more, and I'm going to tell my 30-plus-year-old self when I have children to expose them to more.
Yeah. I say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I would say that because I feel like you have a lot of pressure at 18 or even whatever age. You have a lot of pressure to figure it out. And I feel like the whole point in life is to figure it out.
Right.
So I feel like you figure it out at the end.
Right.
And at 18, you're just getting started. And it's so unfortunate that we're forced and pressured to decide our life at such an early stage.
Right.
So I would just say definitely like give myself more room to like grow and stuff.
Right. Like shadowing. Like just little stuff like, okay, you might have an interest in being an attorney. Do we have someone in our network where you can work there over the summer?
Exactly.
Like just little stuff like that where you can open your mind to more versus kind of like just reading up about it. Because reading up about things are not, it's good, but it's not a full example of what it would be like.
But thank you so much for being on my channel and telling us a little bit about you. I think that it's very important just to look back on how far you've come and think about like, man, we really used to be out here doing some crazy stuff, but twerking in the field. But today we're doing great and we're only going to be bigger and better in 10 years from now. So thank you for tuning in and I'll see you next time.